Hallå? 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 Hallå, 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 hallå. Yo, what's up, boys? How you doing, guys? I'm missing a mouse. Yo, how you doing, guys? Fuck's sake, I got no clue where my CA13C is. I've lost it, I think. Well, I don't really need it now, but I'm gonna... Let's try and find it. Let's try and find it, please. It has to be somewhere here. It has to be somewhere here, for fuck's sake. Yeah, let's try to fucking find the CA13C. Start with these books. NP0, NP01, Ultralight 2, iTaktech. What the fuck is the CA13? CA13B. Yo, Daspolos, how you doing, dude? What's up, serious? It's not here. I think this is FK2 or something. What is this one? No, this is the S2. This is S2. EC3. FK something. Where the fuck have I put it? What the fuck? One more box. FK. Seriously, what the fuck is going on? I've got no clue where it is. EC3, NP01, outset. Holy shit. Thank God I found it, thank God. I was starting to panic. So if it's the first mouse I've ever sent me in advance and I almost lost it. It would have been pretty funny. Let's back up the rest of the shit here. Where the fuck is... Back this shit up. What is that? Oh, this is the NP01S. No, this is the NP01. I think this is the FK1 Plus. Not gonna use that one ever again. CA13 S2, not gonna use that. Back that shit up. Yeah, this was the S2. Yeah, all the boxes are full now, so. That was pretty stressful. Okay. Let's put these on the floor. Thank God I found it. Do you sell the mice that you're using? I sell some of them, those. But only to Finnish people, sadly. Good time to play some CS then. Do you think Model E1s would be better up in? The EC2C is pretty good, really good, but the Model D wireless is pretty much the same price and it's wireless, so it might be like you might want the wireless one. The shape is different though, so. What's to buy like C12B? If you paracord it, then yes, maybe. If you can get it for 15 euros, then you should be able to paracord it and save some money still. Yeah, they will for sure make a M42 wireless. Pulsar wireless. I prefer Pulsar shape over the EC2 shape. But I haven't tried, I don't know, I kind of want to try the EC1 again. I haven't tried it in like, I don't know how many years. The M4 is slightly bigger than the supply door. It's, I would say it's slightly bigger. Depends on the kind of, how you measure bigger. It's thinner than the Superlight, I would say. I prefer the standard shell, but I'm testing the bigger hump at the moment. I don't really like it that much, but I'm trying it out a little bit. What are your thoughts on button height? FK series with low button height has always been my favorite. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think button height is that important myself. I've tried mice that have high button height and still performed well, and but it is nice when the button height is low. But it kind of depends. Like the Auto DX has pretty high button height, and I have no issues with that whatsoever. Does the M4 resemble SS Prime in terms of shape? No, not at all, Alex. Videos made in my inbox my original M4 by Tokyo. Okay, Tony. Yeah, the M4 wireless is really good. The full review for this is gonna be uploaded tomorrow, I think. Should be tomorrow unless something drastic happens. It's gonna be a long video. It's the longest review I've ever made, I think. Is it Pulsar? No. Like all the clones of the EC2 are not the same shape actually, so the difference is quite drastic. I think I have my Pulsar here, but I'm not sure where my EC2 is, and I'm not gonna get those boxes out anymore. But the Pulsar X-Lite is basically, by the way, this is like the custom Pulsar that they sent me. I think this is meant to be like my theme colors or something. Actually, let me fix the camera colors. Holy shit, that looks weird. Yeah, those are the correct colors, but I need to change the light a little bit, I think. Yeah, now it looks better. So yeah, they sent me this custom Pulsar X-Lite. I think this is painted by Nacho or something, I'm not sure. There is at least a Nacho Customs thing. This has the glass feed as well. What's my sensitivity in CSGO? It will take you years serious to aim like me because you're like a Quake player. You're not used to aiming to the head. So I've been playing at 0.8 now. What the fuck? Usually it's 0.84. Have you tried a PMM mouse? Yeah, I have one here. If I can find it. So I have this one, the Ultralight 2 Piranha Mousepads. It's pretty nice, to be honest. Like, I'm positively surprised by the quality and the feel of the mouse. Like, it looks like it almost breaks when you touch it, but it's almost better built than Jeeble's mice. Yo, you already got the M4 wireless or what? Is there any wireless mouse close to Zowie S1? Not really, not really. $60+, what? My sense is not that low. My sense is something like, I think 25 centimeters, 360 or something. How does the glass feet feel? The glass feet are... They are really fast. I think these are almost like... It doesn't make much sense to me. Like, even with the GP, like the Rocket Jump Ninja slow as fuck pad. It's a super, like there is no static friction whatsoever. So for CS and Valorant, you know, where you need to be precise, it's just way too fast in my opinion. But otherwise, like they have surprisingly good dynamic friction. So I don't know. I think like the GPC1 is going to be the only pad that I could use these glass feet with. I can aim with pretty much any pad on these, but it's not optimal, I think. 31 centimeters. I think it's 25 to 30 centimeters when I last counted it. Yo, Marwan, I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? Yeah, Lapin kulta pure, yes. Rubber and RVM scroll. Hard to say, Phasmatic. It will feel somewhat small for you, but I don't know. I think that's good. You shouldn't have any issues if you claw, at least. What? Where's the glass? You can't use the glass feed with glass mouse pads. Random. Do you have the new CA mice from Zowie? Could you give us a sneak peek? I have the CA13, but I don't know where I put it. So I have the CA13 and the CA12. I've got no clue where it is. While also I'm way too lazy to like take it from the where it is. I'm not even quite sure where I hold it at the moment. The AK is super irritating because of that accuracy thing, so sometimes you're aiming at the head and not hitting. Oh. Super nice spray. What's wrong with my FPS again? Like, I don't know, it's super weird. Every time I stream, it's like random. Sometimes it works fine and sometimes it doesn't. Fucking AK again. Come on. No! Thank God. What games did you play? I played Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4 professionally. Back in the day, like 10 years ago or something. Even more. I think 11 years ago. Or 12. I fucking suck. I absolutely suck. Holy shit, what a potato aim. That's not getting into the review highlights. How is the stream for you? Is it laggy? Is the stream lagging or something? Did you try Pro Mode playtest it? No, I didn't. I heard it's pretty trash. Did you try it yourself? I heard it's like super trash. I don't know. I saw some streams and the SND looked super boring. Like I almost fell asleep when I watched it. Played some yesterday. YouTube is telling me that the stream is lagging. I'm not sure. What's your level in CSGO? I haven't played ranked in I don't know how long, so I don't have rank in Faceit or anything like that. I just don't have the time anymore. All I do is test mice. Like I work my day job and test mice. And can't hit headshots in deathmatch. Holy shit, what the fuck? How did he... The eagle is so random. How did he not see me? Stream is fun for me. It's pretty boring. Yeah, I heard so. Pretty much everybody who has played it says that it's boring. Jumper Kill Run was more fun to play than actual games with friends. What was Jump? Okay, yeah, you mean those... Like those practice things where you can get some records or something. I just wish they would have like deathmatch or team deathmatch or something. Like, by the way, you said that you won't open Quake anymore, but do you ever like just play deathmatch or team deathmatch or what's that mode there? I think it's Holy Trinity. I think those modes are super fun on QC. Like I at least enjoy those a lot. I also enjoy Duel, but it's pretty irritating because I don't know the maps and the champions that well. And like everybody before, I don't remember the ratings, but they're all pretty trash when you start, so but once you win, like I don't know, like I wasn't anywhere near like the top 100, top 100, or like top 200 or something, but once I got there, everybody just knew the maps and the champions, so I just got shit on all the time. But I did like it. I just don't have the time to practice. And I never was like that good in Quake. But like way better than average though, but still. Not at all, I don't have a game installed. Ah yeah, you said that too also, yeah. That's true. Potato aim. Oh no. I did open Quake Club a few days ago. Ah yeah, NVC and Sogol told me that like you learned like the way you aim you learned from Quake Clan Arena. Was that true? Or Quake like Clan Arena? What the fuck? I can't aim at least. For shit. Yo, Frigid, how are you doing, dude? How's the Monday wireless? All the new glorious wireless implementation is good. That was a god tier spray. Okay, clown already 1v1s and shit. Ah, okay, okay. What does do? Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, it's only headshot deathmatch. What? I always play this headshot on deathmatch servers. What's your monitor's choice? That's a good monitor. I have my MSI MAG251 RX. I do videos, so I can't really use a TN panel. The colors are so shit that it's hard to use that. Can I say anything about No, it's not noticeable in the game. I think one of the reviews... Are there like full reviews already? How the fuck did anybody make a full review already? I'm posting my review tomorrow, but that's only because I've used the M4, like the original M4 for like a year or something altogether. Did you play 1.6? Yeah, I started with CS. Holy shit. Dude, I'm a potato. Yeah, I started with actually 1.5 when I started the game. But I was too toxic and too young, so I didn't get into like the top teams in Finland. And everybody thought I cheated, because I didn't attend any LANs. I was 15, so I was too scared to go to a LAN because everybody thought I cheated. Holy shit. Just make reviews after a few hours of use. Did he, like, yeah, I don't know, I received the mouse like, when did he post his review? Because I know Xtrfy didn't, even if he got like, sent the mouse, he should have gotten it like, quite, I don't know. What's kind of this fanboy about? What's up, Diesel? No, didn't see you there in the chat. Fresh thoughts on the mod. So, like, the pre-travel is like a... Holy shit. I'm gonna need to change the mousepad a little bit. The Rocket Jump Ninja mousepad is so hard for... I can't micro-adjust at all. What was I gonna say? So yeah, because the M4 like has these long buttons. You can't see it very well, let me try full screen. So yeah, the M4 has these long buttons. So basically the switch is somewhere here. I think it's somewhere here. So basically, because these button triggers are so long, so once you kick... Let me turn off the mouse so I don't click anything. So once I click from the, like all the way from the front, it does bend a little bit. So the button bends, the button trigger bends here. And there is like nothing you can do that except change the whole design. So once you click the button here, there is pretty much no pre-travel. So when you click where the switch is, there is no pre-travel. If you click it from the front, the button bends because it's so long. So basically it's not basically pre-travel. It's something to do with the design of the mouse. I saw at least a couple of reviewers mention that there is pre-travel, but I don't know, I guess they don't understand how like plastic works or something, I don't know. Or those weren't reviews, I saw mentions about the pre-travel and the click stuff. How does the balance adjusting works? It's gonna be in my review. I'm not gonna talk about it too much yet. How's the mouse scientist? You don't need to be a scientist to understand that though. That's like pretty basic knowledge. Well, like, yeah. The first time I remember touching a mouse that had long triggers, I remember thinking that, holy shit, that there is a lot of pre-travel. Then I looked at another mouse that had like small button triggers, and I understood that, wait, this is because they're, yeah. So it's pretty simple actually. As are all things with mice. Can't see game, sorry. What is your favorite mouse in Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 4? Call of Duty 1 I used IntelliMouse Explorer 3.0, and then I moved to IntelliMouse Optical 1.1, and it was basically my favorite mouse in all through Call of Duties. But then I broke it during after the first 6 months of Call of Duty 4, and it wasn't available anymore, so I had to switch, and then I actually couldn't find like a good mouse anymore for me. I should have just used some time to get used to another one, but what I did was I switched all the time. And I never got used to another mouse, I think. Like, I think I continued playing for maybe a year or something. Or maybe even more, but I don't think I used the same mouse for like more than 2 weeks or something. Yo, Dulnord, how are you doing, dude? Yo Archie, I can see your messages at least now. If you post a link, I can't see them though. Let me put some music on. That's how you became a mouse addict. I was basically like... What the fuck? I was basically like pretty interested about mice before, but yeah, that's how I became mouse addict. And like, I don't know, like it was pretty dumb. Like if you play like a pro tier in any game, you should just stick with one mouse. It doesn't even matter if it's like a not like 100% your mouse, but as long as you use it like actively and get used to it, it's okay. I think Sirius, if he's still here, he used to be a professional Quake player, and he was like one of the best aimers in the world, and I think he switched mice like daily, but he shouldn't have done that. Holy shit. The Rocket Jump Ninja mousepad is hard to get used to. I'm a professional mouse changer. Yeah, these days. Holy shit, that was a nice headshot. Just heard the dink. Nice spray. I'm still one of the best. Yeah, you're on a break. You need to get back. Holy shit. That's pretty sure. Yeah, but so the thing like with especially for CS pros, because CS pros are like I don't think in any other game people practice as much as in CS, because the level is so high in that game. So I think you are pretty much forced to play like 8 hours per day, and then you might even like play deathmatch or something on your own time. So you have to have a comfortable mouse. So there is like, if you get a wrist issue with something that's uncomfortable, it might end your career and it will ruin your like in-game performance for the next 6 months or something. So they can't take any risks with that. You're gonna get to Fortnite? Have you ever tried Xtrfy and Minerva? No, I haven't. Anything? How is the M4 so far? I like the M4 a lot. Easily a top 3 mouse for me. Ooh. No! I should have one-tapped him as well. Harlock, it depends on the contract. So, it used to be that you're locked into a mouse that you're sponsored by, but these days you're most likely not. So how it works is that you get some extra cash if you use a mouse from them. So I think all the Navi players get like shit ton of money for using the super light. And it just happens to be, of course, like an insane mouse, so why wouldn't you take that money? And like the Phase guys got money for using the Prime, but it's so shit that they stopped using it. And I don't know anybody else, to be honest. I don't think anybody is using like a Razer mouse in professional CS at the moment. Holy shit, how the fuck is it that hard for me to aim sometimes in this game? Yeah, Songotus, that's like the thing that... that's the main thing about the M4, so you should try and get used to it. Tariq is in Valorant. Ah, isn't he CS Pro still? Did he switch to Valorant? What the fuck? Very against full Razer gear. Yeah, they used to be like the CSS team back in the day. But CS Source was not even close to like the 1.6 level, like the competitive scene was. They were insane players, but nothing close to the like the 1.6 guys. They had, I think, there was like very games Reason and then the UK guys that were really good in CSS. Is it the Avalon? What? Holy shit! What the fuck? Ah, yeah, the 8K. Yeah. Okay. Valorant Andy now. Rare house deagle kills. Let's try. I'm not really deagle. That's why I don't use the deagle. Oh, I didn't click. I aimed him at the head, but I didn't. I forgot to click. That's the only issue. Holy fucking shit. The deagle is so irritating because sometimes you're aiming straight at the head, but it just doesn't hit. There I wasn't aiming even close. Neither was I there. Well, the face cam is disabled. What the fuck? Let's try and fix it. Let's try and fix the face cam. Because I know you guys want to see my face. What? It just doesn't work. Still just won't work. It will work here, but not on the... What the fuck? My AK is trash, my deagle, AVP and every other weapon is high level. I need to practice deagle a little bit more. So why the fuck isn't my... Super weird. Cam link works fine. The stream cam just doesn't work. What? I guess I'm not showing my face then on the game. Let's go play some Mirage actually. And I'll switch the shell as well. Just put the Glorious logo instead. I have the G Pro Superlight and S2. Which one is better in your opinion? I think the G Pro X is pretty much the best mouse you can get. Deagle has dual categories when you're not crouching, but if you're crouching, Team Service instead. Ah, yeah. Holy shit! The original shell feels weird. Actually, let's just keep using the new one. The Prime Mini one is 80. Yeah, it's a good price for it. Yeah, for sure. I think Hampus might be on death there as well. Ah, okay. What the fuck is the Mirage? Headshot only here. Yeah, G Pro X is like a... It's a super safe shape, but if you like something like the FK2 or like a low profile mouse, or if you're used to a mouse that has like a lot of curves on the sides, it does feel like really weird. I'm not a massive fan of the GPX shape myself, but I still say that it's one of the best mice. It's one of the easiest mice to recommend to pretty much anybody. Super safe. What? Oh my god. What the fuck was going on? Ever tried to D-minus what is it? No. I'm most likely not even going to try it. I just don't have much interest in it at the moment. I have the D wired, and the wireless is just gonna be like a same shape, like good wireless implementation. There is really nothing to talk about with that, to be honest. What? How the fuck wasn't... People everywhere. Holy shit, he was fast. That's serious. That sounds like something that the healthy man would do if he plays bad. The GPX is too small for me, I fingertip. It shouldn't be too small for a fingertip, to be honest. MP01S wireless waiting room. Yeah, MP01S wireless would be nice. All the vaccine mice wireless would be really nice. With the same quality and slightly lower weight. I'm not sure how they're gonna lower the weight with the wireless ones though. I think they're gonna just try to keep the same weight. What? The D... I don't know, I can't really compare it at the moment. I haven't used the D- in a long time, so can't really do any like... The pulsar X-Lite is going to be larger, but that's pretty much what I can say. What? Holy shit. Oh, what the fuck? My sprays are off so much. Okay, my aim is completely off. I'm gonna switch to mousepad soon. It's just so hard to get used to a new mouse and get used to a new mousepad at the same time. Or it's not a new mousepad, but it's something I don't use that often. Yeah, Sirius was a Quake professional. One of the best aimers in the world, used to be. But he's washed up now. Until he goes back to Quake. And an actual, like, one of the best aimers in the world. Like, it doesn't really matter if you can, like, get good scores in Kovacs or shit. It starts to matter when you can do it, like, in a real competitive scenario against the best players in the world. Like, there is a lot of cool shit on YouTube where people, like, have insane aim on Warzone when they kill bots, but it's not really, like, that amazing. Once you realize that they are basically killing bots, and for example, Sirius did it to the best Quake players in the world in duel, so you have to think about a lot of other things than just aiming against somebody who doesn't shoot back. What the? I didn't even see that guy. Oh, that was okay. No. Little Saturn Resolution Eclipse. Have you watched my mousepad video? There is quite detailed explanations about those mousepads. I recommend watching that one. I really hope Axie goes down to 60-ish for the mice, having used this R-Lite 12 for 6 months. Yeah, I think so, yeah, as well. So, yeah, when you use like something really low weight, it's gonna take a while for you to get used to something higher weight. But I don't think like it should cause like that much issues, but it's gonna be irritating to get used to a higher weight mouse, for sure. Can you play with Zowie GSR-SC? I'm not sure where my Zowie GSR-SC is, to be honest, so sorry, can't. Eclipse should be arriving tomorrow. $50, it's pretty insane price for that pad, for that price. Here it is, boys. The most expensive mousepad in the world. Training is one thing, but being able to keep that calm, steady aim in an actual scenario is completely different. Yeah, I mean, and keeping that in an actual like competitive scenario, like it's still like completely different to aim well like in a pub server than just a competitive game. Holy fucking shit. I was getting really need a different pad, yeah, exactly. I'm not like a massive fan of this new shell, but there is more like stuff in my review that's gonna be uploaded tomorrow. Actually, it's PA. Yeah, the PA is good. PA is a good pad for sure. Holy shit. The thing about the PA is that it does suffer from humidity issues, so if you live in a humid environment, I wouldn't recommend to get it, but otherwise there is like no issues whatsoever. And the cool thing about Vaxi is that they even mentioned that before, so when they launched the pad, they mentioned that it has those humidity issues, so don't get it if you live in a high humidity area. Holy fucking shit. I'm having some slight inconsistency issues with this this other top shell, as you can see. Like I'm hitting some nutty one taps and then I'm completely missing the easy shots. I love my PA, but addicted to my Raiden mid at the moment. I haven't even tried the Raiden because I hear it's like you need to clean it every 2 weeks, so or every week or something, and I'm just not going to be doing that. There is no way I'm... Is this dude seriously like camping in a like CS deathmatch? Fucking hell. He curses a lot more than I expected from the videos. Yeah, I'm a little bit like, well... So my videos are like, how would I say it? I don't know, you don't get like much personality from the videos that much, necessarily. Or you do, but I make a like a choice not to curse in those videos. And one reason why I curse like in my streams is because my English is not my native language, so sometimes I struggle to find the correct words, so I just, you know, curse instead. I don't have the time to like go Google Translate and stuff and find the right word as I do with my videos. What mousepad would you recommend if you want to walk in? I don't know what's available in like what's that called? Best Buy. So really hard to say. What mouse you most looking forward to next year? Try to try next month. Yeah, XM1R Mini is probably the #1 that I'm looking forward to. And of course, any Vaxi wireless, like any new shape that Vaxi will make is going to be really interesting to try out. Like even if I won't like it, it's still going to be at least super. It's gonna be unique. So yeah. As a Mexican, I do the same thing with curse words. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I understand. So it's pretty hard to like look for the right words sometimes. I don't see how you can curse in a movie. Yeah, that's true as well. We're talking about computer mind at the end of the day. Kinda looks like the servers have some input lag or something. There is some lag on the servers for sure, yeah. But these are still good servers, but there is so many of them and they are like full all the time, so... That was pretty decent. That was okay. That wasn't okay. Very close banging bizarreness. Yeah, it should be good for your hand size. It's a really good mouse. Like there is like, I don't know, there is pretty much no downsides to the vaccine products, to be honest. Like, just know that the cable is not going to be as good as like some best cable on the market, but it shouldn't matter like that much, to be honest. Like if you let the cable like ruin your whole experience, it's a mental thing. It's going to be a mental thing. Like if you watch some of the highlights in my reviews, I don't even use a Bond G for like 90% of my mice, even how bad the cable is. Have you tried playing R6S? I thought about it, but everybody who I talk to say that it's really hard to get into, and it does look like that, so no, I never tried it. But it looks kind of fun, but at the same time it looks like horrible. What's the QC saying? In which mouse you mean? Please, just... Why mustn't my spray hitting? Holy shit. Have you tried playing the new Halo yet? No, I won't even try it. It doesn't look interesting to me at all. Actually interests me, but I won't buy any mouse with a cable. Holy fucking shit, that's horrible. Yeah, I kinda get what you mean. But the point of Vaxi is not to follow the like what sells. Like you, pretty much anybody could be able to make a wireless mouse at the moment and sell like insane amounts. But Waxy is not like that. They want to make something unique. They want to make something for like professional gamers and like basically just for esports and competitive gaming. So there is not gonna be any RGB in any of Waxy's products. They are not gonna follow the latest trends. So there will not be any honeycomb mice. Yeah, I don't know. You just have to respect that, in my opinion. I mean, super cool. That's why I like. I have a lot of respect for those guys because of that. How is the build quality? My review will be out tomorrow, but let's just say it's not perfect, but I don't know. I don't really see that many issues. One dual keyboard would be one. I would maybe try and get the Fnatic 365. It's a really good keyboard and it's quite cheap. Holy shit. What's your mouse grip? Yeah, check out my fairly new video. With this top shell of the M4 that I'm currently using, you can't really do my endgame grip style, so respect that, but just overall mouse with cables are moving from nice to be wireless. Yeah. I mean, they don't really care, to be honest, they don't really care about your vote, or like that's the point that I was trying to make. Like they don't really care if enthusiasts buy them or not. They are not there to make like a bunch of money. They are there to make like cool shit that they want to produce. So yeah. Like as I said, you could call a factory in China and tell them that you want, like, you show from the catalog, you show the Viper Mini and say that you want this wireless. They would produce you the symmetrical 2 if you call the correct factory. And you could sell like a shit ton of that if you have RGB. So that's how you can make money. And it will be super cheap and you can Pwnage sells them for fucking €110 or something. $110. So I think Pwnage must make like the most money per sale that they make. It's pretty disgusting, but yeah. Sadly, the Pwnage at the moment, they are at the moment the only company that does make sort of the Viper Mini wireless shape to Finland. Is your preferred mouse for CSGO, and I mean the absolute one? At the moment I would say it's the Pwnage Symmetrical 2. This might be the new number 1, to be honest. I don't know what, like with this shell my aim is super on point at times, but I'm just really inconsistent. Like there, I don't know what the fuck happened. Sometimes I feel like I can't aim at all, and sometimes I'm like aimbot to their head almost. What? How wasn't that a headshot? I don't understand. 100% aimed him at the head. Oh, fuck. Sometimes it's fun with Phantom to the ship. Holy shit, that's not quite as good as he promised first. Sadly, I still do not have a final mouse Starlight 12 or the Phantom, you know. I don't know, how the fuck did I get one? I like, went to the site, refreshed it 1 minute early. And they were already gone when I got to the, like, the end of the queue. Fucking hell, that was irritating. What's your sense in game? 0.84. Do you still play professionally? No, no, I don't. You should be able to see that, dude. But I used to be, I used to play professionally. 1600 DPI. Pixar 3370 might not be the best. It's really good. Like, if you have a modern center like 3370, 3399, 3389, it really doesn't matter. For wireless it's gonna be like 3370 is going to be like the best bets, or the Razer sensor. Favorite artisan pad? I don't know, I'm gonna be testing a lot of new artisan pads soon. Like the Zero Exopt and stuff. After I'm done with text and control. Like, this pad is really, really good, but it's cost 100 bucks, so it's pretty crazy. Like, I recently talked to a Valorant pro, and he thought that the Zero was too fast for him, so... and for Valorant, so he went to the QCK, and he asked me that, is there any other pad that he could try? I thought, I mean, he's a professional player, so he makes a lot of money per month for gaming. And I told him that, yeah, get the text and control, and he told me that it's way too expensive, that he's not gonna pay 100 bucks for a mousepad. If a professional gamer is not gonna pay 100 bucks for a mousepad, no one else should, I feel. What the fuck, like... That's the inconsistency that I'm talking about. Sometimes it's the AEK, but sometimes it's just my aim. What voltaic rank are you? I don't really play aim trainers that much. I warm up in aim trainers a lot. But I don't really grind them. I don't see any point in that. It shouldn't be too hard for me to grind to like the high levels if I really wanted to, but I just get bored playing aim trainers, like serious, or even half serious. Fuck. Ooh, that was a nice flick, and that was gonna be a nice flick as well, but he quit before I shot. What's your EP DPI? I've got no clue. I've got 1600 DPI and 0.84 cents. Sim 2 still your main at the moment. Sim 2... I don't really have a main, but Sim 2 is my #1 mouse for sure. I don't really have a main because I have to switch all the time. Ah, fuck. Of all the pads I have, I'm still using the Razer Strider over my Mousepad patch, but holding vintages or the Strider is low-key really good. Yo, what's up? Wait, Phaser. Are you Phase, by the way? Fuzzer. I can't really pronounce your name. I haven't tried Strider myself. Maybe I should try it at some point. No, I'm not getting rid of the gut knife. It's the best knife in the game. You might be able to get the final mouse on the neck drop because 10's low. Wait, did they already drop from the whole tournament, like Sentinels? You might press the same as you. Your EDPI is 1344. Ah, okay, thank you. Thank you. You're making me want to get a vaccine mouse. Vaccine mouse are insane. No, lower bracket. Ah, okay, yeah. How did Scream play? Or Liquid altogether? Like, have they been great? There is some professional here now. Sapek. Do you guys know this dude? Sapech. there's a lot of pros in the server, and semi-pros, so it's nice because there is like super good players who have good aim. They have a game tomorrow that they most likely win. Ah, okay, okay. Is Habakusi road in Eclipse slower, would you say? The Eclipse is slower than the Habakusi over here. Holy shit, I was pretty much 100% sure I was aiming him at the face. KRU, oh, okay, okay. Forest Maxim was obviously XM1 Wireless. Yeah, I'm not that into XM1 Wireless. I will of course try it, but... What rank are you in Valorant? I have played like 20 ranked games in Valorant. I think I was either the highest diamond or like lowest immortal when I played. I'm not sure, but I only played 20 ranked games. So I didn't really play enough. And I didn't start from the get-go, so I started Valorant very late. Scream and Jumpy kind of sleep this journey. Yeah, that I watched one game and that Link dude was like really on point. Like he's not flashy at all. Like his aim isn't like insane, but that dude like only hits people in the face. It's nice to see like players like that as well. If you guys follow CS rather than Valorant, like Crims used to be from Fnatic. At least he used to play in Fnatic. He used to be like that, so he like always makes the headshot, but he's not flashy at all. Durkeys and Fire from Fnatic. Yeah, I watched some of the game that he played. He was nuts. And that Russian player, wait, Nats I think from Gambit. He's like always insane, it seems. Been using Hardy Ace 33 now Bard and the Wallace come in. Yeah, well, Hardy as Wallace is really good, like the Ace version for sure. Been using you know, substitute S2C and G3 through Shroud. You should just stick with one mouse if possible. Like in short term, it might sometimes help if you like play only 2 days per mouse and switch. Because you get like sort of new impulses for your brain. So you kind of like get new motivation to play and play better in the game. But long term that will only hurt your like results. Just came back from birthday party, how's the... going fine, thank you Nax, how are you? How are you? Hopefully the birthday party was nice. I think I heard somebody on top of me. I did. Consistency is the key to getting better. Yeah, it is for sure. Like in everything, pretty much. Like if you want to get good in anything, you have to be consistent with your practice and your routines and stuff like that. It might get boring, but then you are not like you're not a competitive person if you like don't enjoy that. What the fuck? Those, like, short range aiming is pretty hard for me at the moment, it seems. Is that the Extend? Yeah, it's the Extend. Nats is one of the best. Yeah, he's insane. Valorant is actually, like, when Valorant started, it was super boring to watch the game, but I don't know, I guess the casters and stuff have gotten better and it's super nice to watch now. Like I know one of the casters, she used to cast Call of Duty 4, like Pansy. I think you must know her, but she's a really good caster and she used to cast Call of Duty 4 when I played professionally. And I think she played as well. I'm not quite sure. What's the best control mousepad for CSGO and Valorant? So is GSR or Xtrfy GP4 uncoded? All the GP4s are uncoded. Fuck you, Vico. All the GP4s are uncoded. Oh my lord. Considering we both played Call of Duty 4 Pro on a high level inside, I'm going to assume we're similar age. Do you think your aim has become better or worse? Mine is way worse than it used to be, but it's still like good. Did you play professionally? I haven't heard of your name. Or did you just play like at the high level? Yeah, so I would say my aim is way worse than it used to be. I had like insane reactionary flicks back in the day. My tracking has gotten better, but like my reactionary flicks were just crazy. That's how I got like known. That's what I got known for, so I had some insane reactionary flicks. Machine and Pansy from Call of Duty. I don't remember like Machine from Call of Duty, but I know people said that he used to play Call of Duty 4 or cast, I think. He's an insanely good like host and caster in CS though. So I wouldn't be surprised if he casted Call of Duty 4. But I actually quit Call of Duty like pretty early, like Call of Duty 4. I hated the game, even though I played it pro. I was disgusted by the game. They made some like changes that made the game even easier than it was, so I just got bored because of that. Like Call of Duty has never been like really hard to master, but once you play at the pro level, there is a massive skill gap. Like people are really good at the professional level, of course. But they made some stupid changes, and it basically meant that all the stuff that I was able to do before those patches wasn't possible anymore, because it became easier to use snipers and stuff, and easier to aim overall in the game. So like my really good aim wasn't as a big factor anymore as it used to be, and that just bored the hell out of me. And I was somewhat young back then as well, so I had like attitude problems because of that for some reason. I played NA on teams, Zen Mechanics and Cal, Civo, ESL. He was much bigger seed. Yeah, I don't remember it. Yeah, there was EG. I played against Rob Wiz and I don't remember anybody else from there, but we played against them in LAN. But EG was like the only good, like really good team that I remember. Do you miss playing professionally? No, not really, not really. I miss competing a little bit, but at the same time, I kinda don't. To be honest. Like, it was really nice to play against the best in the world, but it's also, it's quite stressful, and you need to put a lot of time into that, and I really love what I'm doing now, so I can't say that I'm missing it that much. Machine and Spongy, top 1. Yeah, Machine and Spongy are both really good, yeah. It's actually not... I didn't... Yeah. Yo, what's up, Lord of Flies? How are you doing? Do you have any recommendation for any other ergonomic mouse that has similar size with the Razer Death Mini and EG3C? You could try Skull Mini. Ice Cream versus EG 3D. Decimal Team Sim Pro, Sim Cal, and... Ah, yeah. I don't know anything about those, like Civo and Cal Invite, to be honest. Cal stuff. I used to be back then I was an asshole, so the only thing that mattered was LAN to me, like, and big tournaments, like, yeah. So I didn't know anybody that didn't compete. Do you feel like Shroud messed up the G303 shape? Not for himself, for sure. Can't blame him for making it some... and we of course do not know the exact details, like how much was there actually... How much, like, did his decisions affect the things? Because I was pretty sure that it's not gonna be the same mouse as this, I mean, it was not sold anymore for a reason, so Logitech dropped it because it didn't sell that well, so yeah. It did make sense that they changed it, but not 100% sure if Shroud wanted to change it or not. Could you compare the G640 and the completely different mouse pads? Like G640 gets ruined like in terms of like speed, like quite quickly, and it's pretty slow after like the initial few weeks. The old Infinity is really, it's quite rough, somewhat rough, but it's very durable, so should stays pretty much the same for about 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, maybe even. X1 Mini coming, yeah, X1 Mini is gonna come pretty soon. It's gonna be a nice mouse for sure. Really excited to try it out. Fucking 8K, how did that not hit? The thing I regret the most is my career peak before Twitch. Yeah, same here. I don't regret it, but like, yeah, I had a massive ego, so I didn't really like, I didn't have any social media things when I played. I thought those were useless. Like, the only thing I did was, like, play Call of Duty when I absolutely had to, and then I would play Quake and CS the other times. So when I absolutely had to was like a couple of practice games per day, maybe more, and then all tournaments. And I had no social media or anything like that. But yeah, I had some issues back in the day. If at some point we get a G703, yeah, that would be amazing as well, yeah, for sure. Real voice Hisense player? No. So, once I started in CS, I used quite low sense. The mice that in those days weren't quite as accurate, so I don't think anybody used high sense like successfully back then. Somebody, of course, did, but not that often. I switched to a higher sense like once the Microsoft, like decent sensor Microsoft mice came. And even, not even then, I think I switched to higher sense in Call of Duty. And then I actually came back to CS at some point and I used the higher sense and I noticed that it's not actually that hard to use a higher sense in CS. But like, pretty much everybody in 1.5 and 1.6 CS had a low sense. Yeah, exactly, Phaser, yeah. What mouse did you use back in the comp CS days? Like which days do you mean? Like when before I played any Call of Duties, or like when I played matchmaking in CSGO or something? When I played matchmaking in CSGO, I used this G Pro wireless not that long ago. Holy shit, what the fuck was he doing? Okay, that was weird. Peekaboo. What? How was that on the headshot? Xfire was pretty nice too. Xfire? Wait, was Xfire that client that where you could see that on what server somebody played? Like in Call of Duty. Do you use aim labs? No, I don't. Sometimes my aim is complete bot and sometimes I hit these insane headshots. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. How? The first shot should have been a headshot for sure. Oh no. Do you think Extend is worth it for CSGO? No. No mousepad is worth 100 bucks. I just told a story to people about a professional player that Valorant Pro that wanted something slower than the 0 because he thought it was too fast. And I mentioned the X-Lite to him, and he's a professional player. He gets money for playing games, and he said that $100 is way too much for a mousepad. So if a professional player is not going to put $100 on a mousepad, you shouldn't either. Like, it's not gonna make that much difference. He didn't peek, fucking. Does anybody else here have issues with Max Gaming? What kind of issues have you had with Max Gaming? How many hours do you have on CSGO? I don't know. Where do I check? Actually, I'm not going to. I don't want to like show any details that I don't want to show. So I don't know. I think like 1,000 or something. M4, M42. Both are great. Both are great. Who was it? It's some. I can't say the name. He's sponsored, so yeah, I'm not gonna say the name. He's not on the tournament though, like Champions tournament. He's somebody that used to play CSGO. Yeah. Sadly, it was a nice application. Yeah, it also had those tournaments that I remember those tournaments. So you played deathmatch, and the winner of the deathmatch would get like money. Those were really nice. I played a lot of those, and I don't think I lost a single one of those, maybe, because it was like always non-pros. And then when a pro entered the tournament, like it's like easy money, and it wasn't much. It was like 50 euros per tournament, so like 60 USD. But the tournament took altogether like 1 hour, so it's like a good hourly wage, I would say. Xtrfy did a lot of comedy stuff too, but it was called before. So what was it called before? Also, I sort of wait button work on the phone. Works fine. More details on the review. What's your PC specs? I have 5900X and 2070 Super, and I don't remember the rest. How's the wireless feeling? The wireless is perfect on the M4. Or maybe it's not. More on my review tomorrow. Outside AX or M4 for you, house? Hard to say. By the way, go for low. I got that WinOS from Dornfinger, and I also got their mousepad. What the fuck? Where did it disappear? Let's try the mousepad. I haven't tried it yet. This is Dornfinger mousepad. I don't remember the name, but do you know something about DAC amps? I know that you really don't need one in most cases, but I don't know that much, to be honest. Like, I would watch like bad tech reviews or something if you want to know like good gaming DAC amps. But I just know that you really don't need one in most situations. Holy shit, this mousepad feels almost exactly like the Fnatic Focus 3, but it's softer, so not bad at all. Initial feeling. If it's like cheap, it's gonna be a really great mousepad. Glade-matte, yeah, Glade-matte was that, yeah. Was in Sweden for... yeah. I guess that's cheap, boy. That could be like the Christmas like package thingy. When I order from Max Gaming, everything comes really fast, unless you order like mouse cases. Like, I don't know, but I think that's because of the pandemic. So letters and stuff do not like get delivered. Any setup changes? Not really. I bought like tons of new. I can show you guys that. So I actually made some investments. Let me make a full screen. I made some investments for the channel. So let me show. Let me get the camera from the tripod. Hopefully I don't unplug it by accident. So I bought this massive light. So my videos are gonna be like weirdly lighted for a couple of weeks maybe when I learn. And then there is that LED light there as well. And then there is an LED light here. So I bought 3 lights. I only had like one shitty ring light before. And then I bought, there is like a, I bought this one. So this is a slider for like cool B-roll. And I bought this. This is like a module for the slider. Okay, that's it. Let's put it back. So that stuff I bought, but nothing else pretty much. Oh, I'm gonna get another beer, so I'll be back in a bit. Alright. M4 was super light. Kinda depends. We're gonna go for like edge light setup. What is an edge light? I'm not sure. Corporate mouse filters. If only the M4 didn't go with the holes. Yeah, I would prefer like without holes as well, for sure. For sure. Pretty irritating. What do you think about this Xtrfy K4 TKL? I haven't tried it, so hard to say. But if it's 100 euros, I don't think it's gonna be good for that. For sure. Holy shit, sense feels high. It doesn't feel that... I don't know. Did you check... no, I didn't hunt her. I heard so much bad things about it, so I didn't check it out myself. It's apparently pretty boring, but I'm not sure. Did you try BT Avenger? I haven't tried BT Avenger. Maybe I will at some point. Does your hand feel tired already? I usually feel tired after the 30 minutes of the session. Demic, no it doesn't. Which are you using a comfortable mouse? I think that's like the main key. So you need to use a comfortable mouse. Would love lightweight ones. What's the difference between cycle backends for them? For the one provides a massive hump, and the one provides the original kind of. There is not that much hump, but there is a massive like thumb curve. Tomorrow's video I will talk about that in detail. Holy shit, that was weird. Keyboard shells comes with both backs. I've got no clue. I don't really care about customization myself, so no clue whatsoever. I used the M4. Okay. How long have you used the M4 for? If you get like wrist strain, like does your wrist feel bad, or what part of your hand feels bad? Few months, okay, so you should maybe have you tried like Superlight ever, or would you happen to have the cheaper wireless or something? Like I think one thing you might want to check is that like is it because of the mouse or is it because of your sense? What is the issue? Like I know that people do not usually play deathmatch for that long because it can be quite tiring for your arm. Especially because in CS you have to be really precise, so that precision is something that like gets tiring for your hand. From new Mousepad for GSR lover, I would maybe try the GPC one from Xtrfy or the little gaming gear Jupiter if you're from US. Who else gonna shift the M4 score will have returned 4 pieces? Yeah, I think you mentioned that to me in Deathmatch server, didn't you? Lasse. I remember some Finnish guy saying that to me on these Deathmatch servers. I've never had an issue. I have 2 M4s myself and I haven't had an issue like that. But you should contact Xtrfy support. I think you should get some like extra stuff because that's pretty bad. Looking at this, what's this way? I wouldn't say the mouse. I don't know what you mean exactly. What the mouse has way. I'm using a high sensitivity, so I don't know. I'm not quite sure what you mean. But in CS you have to be precise. But I don't think any other reviewer if you watch YouTube reviews, I don't think anybody has quite as good as aim as I have in CS, so I don't know. I'm not gonna hit every shot, that's for sure. Just when I mentioned that nobody else on the reviews has as good as aim as I do that. G703 Superlight, yeah, that'd be insane, for sure. It was the AK's fault, not my aim, guys. I was the QC for a while. I don't know. That's weird because I have 2 M4s and both of those are like tanks, and I don't know. The M4 and the wireless one has good build quality as well. Crosshair code. The config link should be in my YouTube description. I've got no clue about the crosshair settings. I squeeze the mouse a lot since I feel like I don't have control. That might be an issue. Usually if you squeeze a mouse too hard, you will like you're asking for wrist issues. The M4 for me is actually one of the mice that I do not need to squeeze almost at all. Because it kind of, like the curves mean that it's really easy for me to lift it. So I don't really need to squeeze it at all. And I have this like, with this back shell I can't do the grip that I usually use. But I have this like, I hold these fingers in the top front corner. And then I have my thumb here. So, well, actually let me show you with the proper shell. So this is like the main shell that I would use, but I'm just testing this another shell. But so the way I grip it is that I rest my palm either on top of the mouse and I have my fingers like all the way in the front. Or then, if I'm not trying as hard, I'm just like pincher clawing it slightly. And so I have a lot of control force applied to the mouse from here and some from here. So I have like a sort of the force is, I don't know how to explain it. I guess it's diagonal or something. And it's easy to lift and I don't need to use like a lot of force. Like I can pretty much just calmly grip it and I can lift it easily. Bandit, I would watch my review tomorrow. It's going to be very detailed. It's the longest review that I've ever done, I think. Yo Nabil, how are you doing, dude? Yeah, Tony, thank you so much. And enjoy work. Xtrfy drops right up your review and loving that mousepad. Yeah, Xtrfy ROB is super good. It's like really underrated. Is that Thorn Finger mousepad? Yeah, it's quite generic, yeah, for sure. It's like the Fnatic Focus 3, I would say. Pretty much exactly the same. If it's cheap, it's good. I think it's softer than the Fnatic Focus 3. Not sure, not 100% sure. Holy shit. Same bold man, just didn't... I cheaped for a wireless and got rid of it because my group recently, so I will give GPX a try. Yeah, I think you might want to try another mouse if your like wrist issues keep happening. 16 euros normal. Ah, that's decent. That's a good price. 16 euros for... Is it like 40 times 40 or what is the size? Recent heard of Thorn Finger, but it's hard to mistake it with either. Yeah, it's true. Ah, actually, true. It does look kind of like Alienware. It just hurts after a long DM session. How is your ergonomics, like otherwise? And do you aim with wrist or do you aim your whole hand? To be fair, if it was the mouse, you would most likely have just issues, even if you just randomly game. Yeah, it's cheap for that size, to be honest. I have a wide M4 and I love it. Impressions of the wireless version. It's really good, but the review will be out tomorrow, so I won't spoil much. I promise I'll shit my pants if somebody else makes as detailed M4 review as I can make, because I've used the M4 for such a long time, so I know it like so. I know the ins and outs. But if you find a more detailed review, I promise I'll shit my pants. You just have to provide me a link to that review. Holy shit. We'll get new sizes soon. Okay. I'm in pretty decent posture. Which mousepad? The next should be the next one. Let's actually still try the GPC one a little bit. Oh, M4 Germany comes out of retirement to review the M4 wireless. I don't think it's gonna be as detailed, for sure. You're going to review the Venom S to... Yeah, I will review the Venom S, yeah. Enigma, you're not too far off. Yeah. So, it's an OEM shape. And yeah, it does look like a... It's sort of like a combination of some FK mice and super light. Holy shit, the static friction on the GPC one is nuts. Would you fit the pulsar skates on your main if they're made compatible? Do you mean the glass skates? Yeah, I don't think the glass skates are good at all. Like, my video will be out for these, I think next week. But I can give some initial impressions, and I don't think these glass skates make sense for like competitive games. No one will ever use these for CS, for sure. I can say that with 100% certainty that these actual feet no one will ever use for CS. Who's good in CS? Let's say that much. Like a pro gamer will never use those. Is my PulseRx like locked in actually? I don't think for Overwatch either, so I don't think these are good for Overwatch, because it does have like, you need to be quite good in like you need to have good like flicks, but Apex, in my opinion, Apex is not that aim heavy. So I don't know why people think that Apex is super aim heavy. But if you play Apex Ranked or Apex like professionally, it's actually not aim heavy at all, so it's a lot of our game sense. It's my favorite BR game for sure at the moment, but it's not aim heavy by any means. Like, yeah, you can get some... like the Apex highlights are nice, but I don't think those are nice in terms of like how people aim. That's just my opinion. Yo, McCord, how are you doing, dude? Happy Sunday to you as well. I think it's not that heavy, but way more casual. Yeah, of course, like, it's a more casual game than CS. Like, there is some weird takes, in my opinion, for especially those people who are, like, young aim trainers or aim trainer players, you know. So they say that CS is not aim heavy, but that's like the biggest bullshit I've ever heard. CS is the most precision heavy game there is, so you need to be I have never played a game where you need to be as precise as in CS. So you're like, especially on high level, you need to hit those headshots. And the target is going to be like, the target is very small when long range. And you need to hit the head, so yeah. Like in Apex, you really do not need to hit the head, and the targets are quite large, and there is scopes and stuff, so I don't know. Is M4 good? It's amazing, gosh. So with this glass feet, I can for sure aim, but there is like absolutely no static friction. So if I'm holding a corner and pressing the mouse button, the mouse is moving. Like, it's pretty hard to keep the mouse still and like press mouse 1, and then if I have to do like a minor adjustment, it's super hard because there is absolutely zero static friction. Even with the CPC one that's like has insane static friction with any other feed, but with these, like, there is nothing, absolute nothing. So if the GPC one Rocket Jump Ninja Mousepad doesn't have static friction with these feet, like no pad will have. And I don't think that makes sense for competitive games. But otherwise, I'm super impressed, of course, by the X-Lite Super Glide. Or, what is it the X-Lite Super Light? What's it called? I don't know. Nax, I don't really know. I don't know anything about VR games, to be honest. What? Holy shit. Yeah, I don't see who asked, but somebody mentioned something about the M4 being large. So the M4 has quite a large hump, or not even like with the normal shell, it doesn't have a hump, but it has this like thumb curve. But it's quite thin. It's somewhat high profile, but it's definitely not large. But it's quite long, so. But I wouldn't consider it large. Like it's not a Death Adder. What makes the M4 so good that it's pretty thin. For me at least, what makes it so good. And the fact that I can just grip it like really casually, just hold it. I don't need to use force with my thumbs or my pinky and my ring if I don't want to. And I can switch my... It's possibly... It's one of the only mice where I can, with the outset and... I think with the outset, this and some others, the symmetrical 2... the symmetrical 2 and the outset are probably the only three mice that I can think of that where I can change my grip and I can perform pretty much the same. Like it doesn't even matter. With the Ultralight 2 I'm pretty insane, but I can't use like any other style of claw that I use with it. It's so small and so low profile. Is the X-Lite basically EC2? No, it's actually quite a bit larger than the EC2. But yeah, you're right in the sense that there is nothing like that insane about the shape. Holy shit, that was a nice flick from him. But the fact that it's so cheap and the wireless implementation is perfect, the click latency is perfect. I love the clicks, these are really easy to spam. It's a good implementation of the KLGM 8.0. It has really good side balance. It's low weight. I think that's why people are going crazy for it. I think it deserves all the hype that it's getting. I think I was one of the first guys to like really praise it so much. And if you watched like some of the bigger reviewers like Hardware Canucks and even Random Frank P, like they praised the Pulsar X-Lite. I don't think they watched my reviews, but maybe they did and realized that maybe this is a good mouse. Are you a fan of Siege? I'm gonna be having Shaiko in your thumbnail once. No. The only reason I had Shaiko in my thumbnail is that I heard he used the... I think it was Vaccine PA review. But I don't really play it, I don't know anything about it. I don't know any other player than him. And that one dude who everybody thought that was cheating. And I think he was even banned for like a year or something. And then he came back and destroyed everybody on LAN or something. I saw that like on YouTube. I don't know, I don't remember the name though. You don't hear a lot of people still play. Yeah, I see CS pros of course use the EC2 still. What headphone are you using? I'm using the Razer Blackstar V2 Pros. Yeah, that guy glowed while about everybody. Yeah, he did. Everybody thought he was cheating, but he wasn't. He was just that good. What was his name? I think he was French, but I don't remember the nickname. Slaps. I don't really... Oh, it was Shaiko. What the fuck, it was that guy? Okay. Sorry. I thought... Yeah, okay. I thought that guy that I had in my thumbnail was a different dude. It was moving from NPC 450 to Focus 3. If you want like a more balanced mousepad, then yes. I wouldn't do it myself, but it does make sense for in some cases. Did you get your CAC copy yet? Yeah, I have CA12 and CA13C. Do you know of any small ergonomics like button height difference? The Origin 1X from Ninjutsu is one of those small ergos. Oh shit. By the way, one little tip if you want, like, I know a lot of people will review the M4 wireless, but so if you see reviews that are uploaded like right next week, like let's say in the next 7 days, or even like 14 days, if they don't mention about them using the original M4, I wouldn't necessarily trust reviews. If they haven't reviewed the original M4, they haven't used it before, because this shape will take quite a lot of time to get used to. It won't be like, you won't get used to it in a day or two. That's like 100% sure. And there will be a lot of people, because this was sent to reviewers and pre-orders people at the same time, so there will be a lot of people posting reviews who just haven't used it for that long, just to get views. First review's already put the review out. But it's possible that he did review the... he has used the M4. He has used a lot of mine, so it's possible that he has used it. But yeah, Fresh is almost always the first one to put out a review. I think his EC3C review was out on the same day as it was like available, and he didn't get sent it. For sure, so I don't know. Holy shit, that was hard. What headset do you use? Venom, I used the Razer Blackshark V2 Pro wireless. I think I already answered you. But yeah, that's the headset. Do you feel like wireless mouse have a higher DPI deviation or something? No, I don't. They don't. It's in your head if you think that. So I know a few people that are like competitive gamers that have this thing that they sort of they have this thing in their head. It's like mental thing that they can't use a wireless mouse because they feel that it has some kind of delay and they can all feel it, but they can't. Like, I know a dude that uses, like, he's used the Superlight, and he's a high tier player. And he can't use it unless he plugs it in. So he returned it. The dude bought Superlight, tried the wireless. He said he couldn't aim. He plugged it in and he could aim. With Superlight it's pretty much the same like latency with wire and without it. So that's how you know it's a mental thing for sure. And it's pretty funny, like, who thinks about, like, putting the wire in on a Superlight? It's superstition or something like that, you know? Best beard trimmer of 2021. Oh, fuck. Which mousepad are you using right now? I'm using the Xtrfy GPC1. Not my favorite mousepad, but it's really fun to use because it's so unique. It's an OEM mousepad, but nobody else ever has. I don't think anybody has used the same surface. Have you tried Pro Mode playtest? No, I haven't. I'm not quite too interested in that. Everybody seems to think it's boring, and it does look a little bit boring to me. Apex is a lot more of raw aim than CSGO is for sure. I don't think you quite understand aiming, Bogey. So, professional level CSGO, you absolutely have to hit the headshot. Professional Apex, have you ever watched like a professional Apex tournament? You just... so I don't know, you're brainwashed by some of those aim training kids that think that tracking is the only thing that's required for good aim. But there is like multiple things. You need to be good at flick shots, you need to be good at tracking, you need to be good at everything to be a good aimer. And Apex requires tracking. CSGO requires flick shots and extreme precision that no other game pretty much has. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like you can get the you can of course be good in CS and you can be good in Apex without aim at all. And you can go quite far in CS with just pre-aiming corners and stuff, but you don't get really good in CS with that. I played CS 1.16. So I don't know why you think of... I don't know, dude. I'm not sure like if you're talking about like high level or just like random. I don't know. Valorant is both. Yeah, Valorant is slower paced than CS, so you don't really need to be... Your aim doesn't need to be as good as in CS, but you still need to be precise. But there is no tracking, of course. Famous quick player once said some idiots underestimate CSGO just because the highest level there. Enigma, is that serious? Like the aim king. Apex is literally tracking. Yeah, Apex is tracking, yeah. And you can make some cool shit with tracking game for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Like some Apex players are insane, that's for sure. Like I've seen some absolutely insane stuff from like Ace U or whatever. But it's not so much aim as it is like movement and understanding what to do in a fight. And yeah, but yeah, it's super cool tracking shit. But they have scopes. You don't need to be precise in Apex at all. Like you have a 3x scope, the target is going to be large, you need to track it, and the TTK is high, so you need to track it for longer, but... Your company have pretty trouble. I saw Beard Bob had a big pretty trouble and I think Beard Bob like opened his M4 before he did review, but mine will explain like what pre-trouble means in my review because I already explained it once and I don't want to do it again. You can see it in tomorrow's review. It's not an issue at all, I would say, for sure. Armand and SMGs are already limited game. You didn't need to go for... Oh yeah, in Apex, yeah. So that's what I mean, like you don't need to like aim to the head in Apex, you can just aim to the chest and stomach and you're good with that. So it's just different kind of aim. Like, I would say CS even needs more like raw aim, because tracking is, I think like flick shots is something is more natural, like learned. But tracking is something that like is pretty game specific. I don't know. I think raw aim is kind of... If you're gonna aim in CSGO, you're gonna be able to aim in Apex as well, so... Like, it doesn't make sense to me at all that you would say that CS doesn't require raw aim and Apex does. Like, anybody that's really good at flick shots will be really good at tracking for sure. At some point, when they just practice. Unless their sensitivity or something is really just crazy. Yeah, sadly, that's for sure. Like, I think Overwatch, like Overwatch has a lot of like skills, so you can play it without aim more than you can CS. But like some of the stuff you can do with McCree, for example, in Overwatch, that's like super aim heavy, of course. So if they would like have no skills, if all the skills have been used and you're like playing McCree, then that's the most aim heavy scenario that I can think of in a competitive game. Because you have to hit those headshots and the target is going to be small. The target is moving fast and at a random speed, so... Or is the movement speed the same with all the characters? But I think like that's the highest tier of aiming. But then again, most of the time there are some abilities that will like deny you. I was a very decent player in CS, but since I moved to Apex I was lost. The game is so much faster and you can learn memorize corner and peaks, or actually aim for head and kills them, but it requires consistent tracking. Yeah, but I wouldn't consider consistent tracking like really hard. Like, yeah, you can memorize corners and crosshair placement, but that won't make you like really good. Like that will make you like a decent player. But I'm not trying to insult you or anything, by the way. So don't like think about that. But when I stream, like my English is not of course that great. So the words that I use are sometimes. I don't know, it's hard for me to find the right words, but I'm not trying to insult you or anything, but... So... Wait, what was I gonna say? I forgot my point. I need to read your message again. It requires consistent tracking. So yeah, so the reason you were lost is because all you had done in CS was aim a corner, and then when a guy walks in you shoot. So you didn't really learn to aim in CS, you just learned to play CS with the constraints that you had. So basically you had shit aim and you did this kind of the smart thing. So when you couldn't aim in CS, you did the smart thing and you played the best you could. So what the most obvious thing is to hold corners and pre-aim and have a good crosshair placement. That's like the smart thing to do. But you could have practiced like your flick shots and stuff. And not rely as much for crosshair placement and stuff, which would have made you a much better player. But once you moved to Apex, you had to learn a completely new aiming style. So, and that's true, like I don't know. I was gonna say that it's easy to get decent in CS. It's easier to get decent in CS than it is in Apex, but I don't think that applies at all. Because without even knowing the maps, I got like to Diamond 1 in Apex. Like when I played it 3 months ago. And I didn't know the Apex maps, and I didn't know the movement. All I had was aim. And even that wasn't that great. And I was basically shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's... I think you just moved from a game that you didn't master. You used the constraints that you had, which is smart. Like if you want to climb ranks, it does make sense. What the fuck? But yeah, so I think that was the case what happened to you. But like, I've seen a lot of like people mention that like CS doesn't require aim. But the fact of the matter is that like the best CS players at the moment, they are the best FPS gamers in the world. Like they can play whatever game they want and they can be like top 5 players in that game. That's like, I'm 100% sure about that. Like we've seen like a few Fortnite players, for example, move to Valorant, and they have been good in that, which is amazing because once you get from a battle royale game and go for a TAC FPS game, and you can actually be good at it, good at TAC FPS like pretty quickly, that means that you're an extremely talented player. But I think like those are like, it's rare that that happens. But no CSGO player will necessarily move from TAC FPS because those are the most competitive games in the world. Let me read the chat a little bit. I missed so many messages. So high level DPS players in Overwatch definitely have insane aim. Yeah, that's, yeah, like when you get to watch some of those, like I don't remember any of the names, but they have like insane macro aim. It's really nice to watch that. If you watch hitting flickshots is a lot harder than tracking, in my opinion. It's just, I mean, I wouldn't say that either. So it's just a matter of what you're used to start with. I have the same opinion, but it just, well, you said, yeah, you said in your opinion, so you can of course say that. How would I say it? I think tracking is like really hard. It sort of depends on, a lot of things. That's why I said for raw aim, Apex seems to be like higher requirements than CSGO across the board. Skills, not just top players. I don't know. Yeah, it does make, what you said makes sense, a lot more sense now, but I mean, yeah, you're of course entitled to your own opinion. People tend to forget game is low TTK, battle royale high TTK. You don't need tracking aim in CSGO as much, but the aim is aim regardless. Yeah, that's the like the point. So, like in Apex. So what makes like CS so extremely high skill cap and challenging game, especially on pro level, is the fact that it's low TTK. So yeah, one shot headshot with the AK will kill. So if both of the players have the AK, if one misses, the one guy will kill the other guy, you know. So you need a lot of like, you need to manage like the pressure that you have. Whereas in Apex, you know, it takes quite a lot of time for you to kill somebody, so you can like get away with bad positioning sometimes. So you might be in a bad position, but there is some cover near you, so you can go and hide. Whereas in CS, that's impossible. Like if you make a mistake with your movement and your aim isn't on point, you're just dead. Like when you peek a corner in Apex, like let's say there is a corner here and you peek a corner here in Apex. If you miss your first shots, you can just go behind that corner. You're not gonna die unless the guy has that sniper, whatever it's called. But in CS, if you pick that same corner like from here to here, and you miss, and that second guy is good at shooting you, he will instantly like destroy you. So there's a lot of like mental pressure for you to hit that first shot. Nice purple pulsar, yeah, they sent me like my theme pulsar. I like the mouse, I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving the M4 wireless as well. Is there much difference between the Artis and L? Yeah, there is, Tadex, quite a lot. Did you make any of the Artisan reviews? I haven't yet made that much. I have some on my channel though. I think you were about to reply any Rex for pad with similar reply to GP4. I can't think of any slaps, sorry. I can't quite think of any. That's GP4 is quite unique. Are you using the black or the artwork ones? What's the best wireless ergo right now? If I like the easy to shape but got paid. I was gonna say the X-Lite wireless, but it's the same shape as the Polish. I mean in game, Tadix, if you don't need a larger mousepad, then get the L Artisan. Do you have pre-travel mouse of Bearded Bob? I think Bearded Bob opened his mouse before he checked pre-travel, and it's not valid if you do that. My review will be out tomorrow next, so you can see that. What does it feel like going from 85 grams mouse to 60-65 grams mouse? How much was the LCD AX? Also the AX is about 85 grams, right? There is some downsides for sure, but I think it's just a matter of getting used to something. I don't think 85 grams is that bad. I'm using the black GP4. Is the color that much smoother? It is smoother, but I don't know how much smoother you want. If you used Glorious Eyes or liked Xtrfy, you have to give a shot to Raiden. I've heard the Raiden is such that you need to clean it like every week, and I'm just way too lazy for that. Not gonna do it. Did Coolmaster fix the MS731? I think the problem is still there, but I think they made some improvements. I thought it was in the 70s. I'm not sure what the LCTX weight is, but the M4 wireless is 71 grams. Raiden's way too fast. I heard Raiden is still slower than the MPC 450 though. Have you tried the Aqua Control? Aqua Control 2? I didn't even know there's such a thing. What is the most balanced pad? Fnatic Focus Plus is Focus. It's not the Focus Plus. What the fuck is that? Focus 3. It's really good. It's really good. The Focus 3 for balance, I would say. I don't really like it that much myself. Yo, Chad, how are you doing, dude? How you like the M4? I love the M4. I don't know how long I've used like all the M4s. I've used this one for about at least a month, and I used the initial one for like 6 months, 7 months, so I have a lot of experience with the mouse, so I do love it. Massive fan of the M4. Did you hear about the drone finger glade mat? Yeah, I actually have it here. It's also quite balanced. Yeah, Mayor, I have it right here. I did try it. It felt good. It's pretty cheap as well, so it's good value for money for sure. Short takes of Raiden's impossible delay. Yeah, for that game. Actually bought it again, Xtrfy. Wait, are it Enigma? Are you talking about... Ah, you're talking about the Xtrfy corridor speed, so the MPC 450, yeah. I have it too, I love it, yeah. Which hump are you using, Chad? Are you using the higher hump or the normal one? I haven't used the screws like... If you guys haven't seen any reviews, there are 3 screws that you can use to lock the top shell in place. But I don't really think it needs these. Like, I haven't used them and I don't know. I haven't used them at all. Feels like good without them as well. Sorry for posting again. If I use 2 wireless mouse with dongle and adapter, will mouse interfere with... no, 2 should not interfere at all. I have at least 2 wireless mice plugged in all the time. Then I have wireless lights, these ones that are producing some light there. Then I have, of course, my phone. Then I have a fuck ton of wireless devices in my room. How's the mouse? This or Pulsar? The Pulsar is way cheaper. I can spoil that much that these have the exact same wireless implementation, so it's really good, and the click latency is really good on both as well. But Anton, I would recommend for you to watch my review tomorrow. It will be uploaded tomorrow. I'm a big fan of the M4. I've always been a big fan of the M4, so it's not really a surprise that I'm a big fan of the M4 wireless. But yeah, the wireless implementation really good, everything really good in that sense. But more details on that review tomorrow. Build quality is so solid. Yeah, I have pretty much. I have like. Yeah, I wouldn't say I really have build quality issues. I would say the build quality is good enough, but it's not like top tier for me. Yeah, good night, good naked snake, good night. Did you ever order artisan pads from the website? I did, and I did have to pay customs. The battery life is actually surprisingly good, especially with the RGB that it has. Michael, this is like a matte coating, so the Tokyo edition had a glossy coating, so this should be better for sweaty hands. I don't remember, Luis. I don't remember at all, but I paid a shit ton when I ordered from their own website. Yeah, I'm just way too lazy to have to wash my mousepads like once a week, or yeah, not gonna do that. Any tips on becoming a mousepad reviewer? I want to start reviewing what I have. Just start. I mean, the first videos are not gonna be that great, but it's okay. You can turn off the RGB. Yeah, you can turn off the RGB, so yeah. So that will improve the battery life, but the battery life is really good, even with the RGB, to be honest. Or I wouldn't say really good, like surprisingly good. You can't compare it to the, like the... What the fuck? Oh yeah. Can't compare it to Superlight with the RGB on. Remember your wired XM. XM4. Wait, are you talking about the standard M4? I love the G303 shroud. Ah, yeah, Mr. Mike. It's an okay mouse if you like, or it's a really good mouse if you like the shape. Are we getting the CA13C review soon? Should be about a week, maybe a little bit more. What the fuck? How is it that expensive for you? I wouldn't really recommend for you to like even buy an artisan pad if you have to pay that much. I think when I ordered from their website I had to pay like 75 euros or something. 77, 75, so 80 euros or something. So not really happy to pay that much for a mousepad myself. What? So are you talking about the M4 wireless? For 60? What the fuck? You're crazy if you didn't buy it for that low price. Review of the SkyPad coming up. It should come up in a few weeks. SteelSeries Prime wireless and I would choose a SteelSeries Prime wireless for sure. Although it has shit click latency, but I would still choose it for the shape. Zero shipping 30 euro. What the fuck? Ah, yeah, I guess the artisan zero shipping is more expensive because the packaging. But it's like for Finland, I have to pay like 7 euro shipping. Is the upgrade worth for the CA13 will be? I think so, unless you have paracorded. If you have paracorded the CA13B, then you don't really need to change. But if you haven't, you might want to like do the change. $65 without shipping provided, so. Without customs, okay, okay. Do you feel the weight difference? That's true. That's true. There is a weight difference as well. I haven't really tried like the CA13B. What's the weight difference? How much does the CA13B weigh? Let's look. How long should I give the mouse before I swap? I recommend using the mouse at least like 3 weeks, especially if it's a completely new shape. C13B 75. How much is this 13C? I think it was like 65, so it's 10 grams. It's quite a big difference, to be honest. Did you order the final mouse Phantom? I tried, but I couldn't do it. I wasn't fast enough, apparently. If you play 8 hours a day, I would say 2 weeks max. It's not really about like it's not so much about necessarily about the amount of you play. Like you can you can just use the mouse in general use, like web browsing and stuff, and that helps you get used to it. So I wouldn't say it's that much. It's of course about the hours that you spend in the game as well, but like for example, if I just pick a mouse, a new mouse, I take it and I go straight into the game. It's a completely new shape for me, I'm not used to it at all. I will perform like shit maybe if it's a completely new shape. But if I've used that like for browsing and stuff for let's say 3 days, like for YouTube, for stuff, and then I go in game, I will perform much better. So like general use will help you getting used to a new shape. So for example, when I get a completely new shape, I work remotely all the time, so I just use that mouse for work as well, and that's how I get like used to a mouse faster. Enigma, I wouldn't say you really get used to anything if you play like that. Or the 2 packs different sizes, or when it's going to lie, everything simple walls, felt back. I like it better than the original. I like the original one more, a little bit. Everything feels like a brick compared to Starlight 12. Holy shit, you have the Final Mouse Phantom as well. Holy shit, Casper. You need to sell me the Starlight once you get the Phantom. As you brought the MC1. Ah, yeah. Well, if you get any kind of wrist pains or stuff, I don't really recommend you to continue using it, but it can help. Like, I've had some mice where I get wrist pains after like a few days of use, but it does help. Like, it does get better after a few weeks, but I can't really recommend you to continue using a mouse that causes you pain. Like, yeah. Do you prefer M4 wireless or Razer? M4 wireless, Astra. Like, for example, for me, the MC1 did give wrist pains after about 3-4 days. I kept using it for about 4 weeks, and after that I had to actually take a break from gaming for about a week because my wrist was pretty fucked up. It didn't really get better, but it can get better, of course. It's taking into account that in Apex you need to lead your shots and play your more or less moving. Yeah, but like, predicting movement isn't aim. It's like a completely different thing. Is the Model D minus the best small ergo? No, not at all, in my opinion at least. I think I will pick up the ordinary clips after watching your videos because I want to be able to play any FPS games and I have shaky hands. Yeah, it's a good decision for that, yeah. How the skates? I will talk more about that tomorrow in my review. Which is wireless I meant. The small ergo. I guess there is, I would say Ninja Jordan 1X is even better. Wireless. What time? Oh, fuck's sake, it's getting late. Can't switch comfortably to anything outside of Zombie S1. Sure, well, I mean, I guess you don't need to change then. As well, wireless EC2, all the clones are slightly. Yeah, it's true. None of the, like, the EC2 clones are exactly like the EC2. Go to bed, my man. I should go. But yeah, like, if the EC2 is your favorite, like, shape, and like Model D and the X-Lite do not feel, Model D minus the X-Lite do not feel that great, you just have to stick with the EC2. My first mouse was an EC1. Ah, okay. Look at you treated it, bro. You also did collection file mouse. Is Twitter lagging or something? I don't see anything yet. Holy shit, dude, what the fuck? So you have the Starlight 12, the Ultralight 2, the Air 58, the Ultralight Phantom, the Ultralight Sunset, the Scream 1, the Classic Ergo and the Classic Ergo 2. I also have the Classic Ergo 2, the Scream 1. I actually threw the Scream 1 to the trash like a year and a half ago. I have the Air 58. I had the Ultralight 2. Sorry, the Ultralight Pro, but I sold it. I have the Ultralight 2. Yeah, you need to sell, Casper, you need to sell me either the Starlight 12 or the Starlight Phantom once you get like them. What mouse should I review for my first review? I have a Superlight Torch version 2 and the MC1. Just whatever, dude. Just whatever. Imagine a wide Viper mini ultimate. That would be pretty nice, yeah. I may consider the X-Lite despite its terrible looking holes. Also, there is going to be definitely. Yeah, I don't like the glass feed myself. Like, I don't consider the glass feed like a good innovation of any at all. If you play a game that requires precision like CS or Valorant, like, yeah, no CS or Valorant pro will use glass feed for sure. But I think these might make some sense for maybe like Apex, where it's just like tracking. But I don't see any other game that would benefit from just glass feed. Can you show me the info right next to the X-Lite, please? Yeah, for sure, for sure. Have you tried Soundconic M1K? No, I don't really like fingertip that much, so. I was Scream 1 too, considering sell the cheapest feeling mouse and worst. Yeah, I absolutely hate it as well. Horrible quality. And now I'm just. Why is no Mousepad giving us long-term reviews? Each reviewer gives us a review of brand new clean and barely used Mousepad for 2 weeks. I think that's unrealistic for most us basic users. I think that's mainly because, I mean, I don't know, like I had like 20 Mousepads. I'm pretty sure I've got like 15 Mousepads in the past. I've gotten 15 Mousepads in the past 2 months. So you can't really expect me to use every mousepad for 2 months and then review it. So it's just, can't really do it. That's the main issue. And it kind of makes sense for both sides. I mean, I understand your viewpoint completely. So that's why I myself try to use everything for about 4 weeks. But for example, the Xtrfy M4 wireless I haven't used for that long, but I've had it for about a week or something. But I try to use everything for about 4 weeks at least. Favorite Ergo shape? Out of the AX or the M4. Is that purple? Yeah, it's a purple Pulsar X. Like they sent me this Pulsar. I think this is the Super Glide version. I do main CSGO Valorant, but I'm all about speed and smooth slip glide. I'm a pro, so I'm trying to use something I love. Play slow pad, heavy mouse for CSGO. Ah, okay. Too bad the Pulsar X Lite is bigger than the EC2 and EC3 should have been easy to resize. Yeah. Tried almost all Git mice except clones, but I still haven't found any game. I don't want really flat mouse like the front part of the MZ1 or Git Ergo. I think you should just stick with something, like try the FK2 or something, M42, Xtrfy M42. You don't main any. I mean, I don't have any time to main anything, to be honest. Like, there's so much new stuff I have to review all the time. It's the most comfortable Ergo, you would say. I think the X-Lite is super comfortable. So is the AX. For example, the GP4s are super good, even after long-term use, for sure. I used the artwork ones for about 2 months or something. Been facing a lot of time before I get reset. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about preference, but I don't think, like, glass, you don't understand, but, like, glass mouse feed with any, like, control pad is nothing like a PTFE feed with the fast mouse pad. For example, the Xtrfy M4 with the NKB MPC 450, that is pretty much the fastest, like, cloth pad, cordura pad. There is still some static friction, but it's insane. Like the pads that you listed and with PTFE feed, it's not even that fast. Like, I play with those. I love the MPC 450 myself. And I think it has enough control for CS in pro level as well. But with these, and even like the pad that has the most static friction from any pads that I've tried in a long time, Like there is fucking none. There is no static friction. So I might click the mouse button and the mouse might move. Is there any pad that compares with the MPC 450 in terms of speed? Not really that I have tried. Like even the Skypad is slower than the MPC 450. This is from send you the import wireless. They asked on Twitter who needs to. Yeah, they did send me. Yeah. Thank you for tagging me, by the way. Do you get any spinouts with the Raiden GPX? I don't have the Raiden myself. But I heard that the Raiden is... it does get some spinouts with some mice. Okay guys, I think that's pretty much it. I need to end the stream and go to bed. But yeah, so the M4 review will be out tomorrow. I promise you it's the most detailed M4 review. Xtrfy M4 review you will see on YouTube. At least in the next month. For 100% sure. If you find a more detailed review on the M4 in the next month, I will promise to shit my pants on stream. So I will do it for sure. Because I know it's impossible that you can find... I mean, I guess it's possible if some reviewer has used the M4, the original M4 as long as I have, but I just doubt it. Yeah, Bogic, GP4 is insane, for sure. But yeah, guys, enjoy your weekends, enjoy your weeks. Oh yeah, it's fucking Sunday, but I got holiday tomorrow, so it's gonna be fine. Yeah, enjoy your weeks and... yeah, video tomorrow and maybe stream next weekend or something. But yeah, see you guys around and thank you for watching, thank you for chatting with me and yeah.